Hi, I'm Lisa Dodson with ServeMaster. I've had a couple of questions lately from people about how to power up to the ball, what foot to land on after your serve when you're going into the court, whether it's the front foot or the back foot, and I just want to clear up a couple of those things. In a few minutes I'll have a guest, Laura Oldham, played for the University of Arizona, has got a beautiful serve, and she's going to show us what she does, and hopefully you can translate that to your own game. One thing that you have to understand about pushing up to a serve is that you truly have to push against the ground with your feet in order to push up and to power up to a ball. I see all the time players that are going through their service motion and they're shuffling their feet around and doing all kinds of things. So if you're moving your feet around, then you're not able to push up. Okay, so your feet really have to be still in order for you to push up. So there's a pinpoint stance and there's a platform stance, and neither one is right or wrong. It's a personal choice. And when you're using a pinpoint stance meaning that you pull your back foot up to your front foot, then it's important that you get that foot pulled up there and it's stopped and still so that you can use your feet and your legs to push up to the ball. Pinpoint stance, your back foot is already going to be still, and so you're going to use your two legs in different ways. On the platform stance, which is your wider stance, we're primarily going to use the front leg, the left leg, to power up on. So you're going to see your better players and your better servers using that front leg, pushing into the court and powering up here, and the back leg helps to push forward, helps to keep your balance when you're in the air, and helps you land in a forward-facing position. That back leg is going to also do a kind of a kick in the back, which helps you balance when you're in the air, and it also forces the back hip forward, working with your upper body for rotation. Okay? On the pinpoint stance, you're going to use your feet a little bit more equally for pushing up because both of your feet are right underneath you, and you're going to be pushing up. You don't have the wide space between them. Okay? So those are some really important differences. Neither one's right or wrong. It's a personal choice. It's just a matter of your feet have to be still before you're going to be powering up and pushing up to a ball. So a lot of people don't understand how you end up landing on your front foot, on your front leg, when you've hit this ball. So I think maybe you can give them some information about what you feel like you do with your legs in order to get up to the ball.
Yeah, so the main important thing for me is the ball toss. That ball toss has to be slightly to the right and in front of me, so that when I get up to hit that ball, I can lean into the court and reach up and get through. I just try and get my momentum going forward, so by reaching up and then snapping down, using my legs to go forward, I end up in the court and I land first on my left and then on my right.
So when you do it, and I'm videoing you and watching you, I see it looks like you power up more from your front leg. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
And then your back leg kicks really to help you keep your balance in the air and to help bring your hip around.
Absolutely, yeah.
So those are the biggies. Now, it can be a difficult thing to do. Obviously, you've done it very high level for a long time. But for your average player, them having to do this with a ball when they already have toss problems and other issues, it can be really problematic. So we're going to use ServeMaster. Maybe we'll have you swing it around a couple more times.
Absolutely.
Because basically what it does is it eliminates all the other things. You can just concentrate completely on what your legs are doing. You don't have to worry about hitting a ball. You don't have to worry about results, anything like that. So we're going to watch her legs here, and we're going to watch she's powering up off her front leg, and the back leg kicks. Right? And the other really huge point here is, which she's mentioned with the ball toss location, she's really keeping her head up a long time. And one of the ways she's keeping her head up is by keeping her toss arm up for a long time. That helps her propel herself up into the air to go after the ball and leave the ground. All right. Thanks, Laura.
You're welcome.
So let's break this down into a couple of parts so that you can start powering up to the ball better. We're going to use ServeMaster. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to get in an abbreviated position, right? So we've got the correct grip, we've got our toss arm up, we've got our weight forward on the front leg, as it would be when you've completed your toss. Your weight has shifted forward to your front leg. And just try and do this action. We're going to push with the right leg, push up with the left leg, and pull the left arm down in the center line of the body. Just this. So you notice all I'm doing, I'm not leaving the ground, I'm just getting the idea of I need to combine my toss arm, pull, with my left leg, push up. So I'm just doing this, and then the ServeMaster is going to follow. My right leg, my back leg is doing nothing yet. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to try and leave the ground with this push and kick the back leg a little bit. Okay? So we're going here and up. So if I start behind the service line, the baseline, starting behind the baseline with my foot, I want to land in front of the baseline slightly or on it with my left foot. Okay? So here we go. So my left arm is going to pull, my right foot is going to kick, and I'm powering up off my left leg. Then you can just try and build in your entire swing. If you use a classic motion, we're just going to drop the racket, right? Go through the whole motion, and I'm going to start behind the baseline, power up with my front leg, kick back with my back leg. And if you're doing an abbreviated motion, that simply means I'm not going to drop down as much. I'm going to have to change my timing a little bit. And here we go. And I'm still going to power up a little bit earlier with that left leg. So we're just going to do a quick drill here. It's hard enough for people to imagine what it's like to hit up to a ball and to really reach up as high as they can. So I always give a target up there, out of reach, so that they're going to have to overextend and get up to the ball. So that's a really great way of making sure that you're using your legs and lifting to the ball as well. Okay, so I'm going to hold up this tennis tube in contact point but way above it so that Laura has to go after it, and we're going to see her leaving the ground. You got to hit the end. Oh boy, that's really high, right?
Really high, yeah, there you go. Whoa, whoa.
You can't reach it, can you?
Huh? It seemed a little far right. It was like a slice of.
Yeah. It was a little far right.
It's like I don't know if I can reach that.